Good evening, students. Today I am going to explain the coding part of the security activity in your IoT course. Okay, so which was that activity? The practice activity related to security controller. So it's like there is a tripwire connected to MCU, and there's an alarm, and we have two connections from security controller. Okay, so how it works is when a movement detected nearby the tripwire, alarm will be raised. Okay, so in this case input device is tripwire connected to D2, digital pin 2. Output device is alarm, which is connected to 3, and we have two more pins D0, D1, which are also output device. Okay, so how it works, see what I'm doing. I'll press the alt key. Let me check the program is running or not. It's running. See, now the sensor trip sensor value is 0. So when I move the cursor across the tripwire, the alarm should be raised and the trip sensor value should be 1023. See, when I move the cursor over the tripwire, motion detected and the alarm raised, and the value of the trip sensor is 1023. Okay, otherwise 0. That's a logic. Now see the coding part. Because one student told me that, Mr. I don't understand the coding because I was going faster, so I will slow down. Okay, I slow down a little bit. Now see, when you're writing the coding part for this IoT, okay, it's MC or SBC, what you should do is we have a template. Okay, no need for you to add the Python that header files or import packages and all. They will be coming automatically. How it is coming? First, I will show you that. Okay, I'll drag and drop an MCU here. Even SBC also you can add. Okay, so I'll open MCU. Go to MCU programming part. There is, don't click JavaScript. Okay, go for new, and there we have to find, this is empty Python, means empty coding window will come. You want to write all the coding, including the packages, the functions, everything. But I need a template for my help. Okay, for my assistance, what I will do, I'll go down and I will choose Blink Python. When I choose Blink Python, so don't change anything, just open Blink Python and create. Main.py will come, double click. Now see, a template will come here. Package is already there. Main function is already there. Some default pin number declared as output. Then which one? While loop is there, and main function closing. Okay, and these things. Okay, so default, by default, some input output statements are there. Output statements and sleep. I will delete this part. Then I will do the changes. Changes means first thing you want to declare the input output pins. How many input devices are there? How many output device? You want to declare them like pin number 1 output, like pin number 2 input. Like that, you want to change the pin numbers and their mode, input output. They will be according to the program, whatever you're doing, no, how you connect the devices. Based on that, you want to declare input output. Then these things are declaration part, no, they will be written only once in the program. But other statements which are looping statements, which are to be run more number of times, that should be written inside the while true. When you are writing the looping statements, no, there is a sequence, or there is a, what we call that, indentation spacing. Okay, go to the end of while true. So, and any loop at the end you have to put the colon. Press enter key. Wherever the cursor is showing, there you want to type. Okay, so here like that I type my Kullu program, full program. See here, this is my coding part. The student asked me to explain the coding, so I'm explaining the coding. We have pin mode 0, 1, 3, 2, and I told you, again repeating, Mr. Why we need only 4 pins? Because in the program I am writing the program, the topology I am writing program in MCU. MCU, I have 4 connections. D2 tripwire input device, D3 alarm connected output device, D0, D1 connected to security controller. They are also output device. Okay. So when I go to the program again, 2 is input. Whenever I have D2, D3, digital means just put the number. No need to put D. But if it is analog pin A0, A1, A2, A3, then you should add A0, A1. But in digital ports D2, D3, no need to add D. Just put the number 2 or 3 or 1 like that. Okay. So in that case, I declare C inside the main function, go to the end of main function, press enter key, the cursor will come here. Select. Now pin mode, pin, which pin number, comma, what is the mode? Is it output or input? Input means in, even input also okay. Output means out, output also okay, but still out and in. In our program, the pin number 2 is input, and this is input tripwire. Remaining 0 1 their output. That's why they are declared output. Now declaration part is over. This is by default. Whenever the program starts running, blinking will come. That's default. Okay. Now we need to write the statements to read and write, which will be done multiple number of times. That's why I am putting those in the loop part. Okay. So I want to read the input of trip sensor. So, for input, we need to use the function read, R-E-A-D. Output means we need to use the function write. And also input, we have different types of read function, digital read, analog read, custom read. Output also we have digital write, analog write, custom write. Okay. I have connected the tripwire to digital pin 2. So I'm going to use the function digital read. See, digital read I'm going to use because I connected the device to digital pin D2. And when you are writing digital read, no, digital should be small letter. In the second part, read, R should be capital letter. And which pin number you connected? 2. As it is digital pin, no need to add D in front of that, just put 2. I put 2. And I am reading the value of trip sensor. I'm storing into a variable. I want to store that value in a variable because I want to check that later on. So I use any variable. I can use any variable, but I'm using the meaningful name trip. Trip equal to digital read of 2. Because I want to read the input of pin number 2 and it is digital. That's why digital read, and it is connected to pin number 2. That's why 2. And I want to store in a variable. That's why I put trip equal to. Now I want to print the value of that trip sensor. So print of, what is the message? Double quotes, trip sensor is. This is the message I want to print. See, trip sensor is, comma, trip. Why, Mr. You write trip? Because I read the value of trip sensor from pin number 2 and store into this variable. That's why I'm printing this variable. And when you are assigning a value to a variable, always use single equal to. Okay. Next is, I want to check whether trip sensor is active or not. Active or not means when someone move nearby the trip sensor, you already seen the value becomes 1023. Okay, if you don't know 10, if you forget 1023, you can write high also, no issue. High. Okay. Otherwise 1023, because when I was moving my mouse cursor over here, this device give the value 1023. That's why I write the condition there 1023. How to remember that? You print this one, then you can see. Before writing all this coding, print this. Or what you can do, remember 123, in between put a 0. Or still you forget means put high here. Digital input will be high, put high. Okay. And why you put 2 equal to? Because I want to compare what is the value inside trip. This is assigning, this is comparing. Like name equal to Rajesh or not. My name is Rajesh or not. I am going to compare by using 2 equal to. That's why I put 2 equal to. Which variable? Trip is value is equal to 1023 or not. So for that I put 2 equal to. If I put single equal to, it will show error. 2 equal to bracket, and inside the, if I need to write some extra statements, Baba, for that put colon. After putting colon, press enter key, the cursor will be here. You have to type the statement here. Now what I need to do, I want to turn on the alarm, then turn on the 2 pins of security controller high. All these three should be high. So, input device is only tripwire here. So I put digital read. Output device means I should use write function. There are three types of write function: digital read, digital write, analog write, custom write. Which write function I need to use? Okay. The first thing I'm going to find the right function for alarm. Okay. I want to check whether it is digital, analog, or custom. The write I will not change. But first part I need digital or analog or custom. Some devices, when you go to specification, you could see the function name. If the function name is not there, what you can do, what is the pin number you connected, use that function. Okay. So I'm going into alarm, go to the specification. When you go down in the local control, okay, so go to the device specification, go down local control part. It is written that digital write. Okay, digital. Now what are the values we need? High or 1 equal to on. To make the alarm on, either you want to use high or 1. To make the alarm off, give low or 0. Okay, function is digital write, and the value, if you want to turn on the alarm, give high or 1. Off means low or 0. That's why and the pin number is 3. I write digital write 3 comma high because I want to turn on the alarm. Even 1 also will work, but I put high. Now 0 and 1, this is not an IoT device, it's a controller. No? So what I cannot find any pin numbers there. So what I will do, I will use, check the pin number. D0, D1 means digital. Output device means write. That's why I use digital write 0 comma high 1 comma. Here as per the program now, I want to make 0 the pin high, first pin low. That's why I put like this. Okay. Then if no movement, any trip sensor is 0, in that case, I will write else because only two value, either 1023 if the sensor detects any motion. If no motion means, see it is 0. That's why else part. There, what I am doing, wherever high comes, I am putting low. If you know this part, other part is easy. Wherever high comes, put low. Wherever low comes, put high. And if I had the same functions, okay, but only the values are changing. If I have a LCD, so LCD always use custom write. Remember, LCD is a device which always use custom write, because I want to write a message into the LCD. I don't want to put high or low. I don't want to put 1 or 0. I don't want to put analog value. I want to put a message. So always use the function custom write. Okay. This is what the coding part for this activity. Remaining things, sleep, or if you want to add sleep or delay, you can add there. Otherwise, close the function. This is what and after that you run the program by clicking this run button. Okay, no error here. So blinking will come. So now this is 0. When I move the cursor here by pressing Alt key, I will get 1023 here. See, I'll show you one more time. Alarm will be raised and the value show 1023. Okay, this is what happening in the program. Hope you understood. Okay, bye.